most operators now have a Wolverhampton licence, I believe. So
Yeah. Is that Wolverhampton on the phone?
No.
so, you certainly got your wife out of it, didn't you, Dave?
Yeah, I did get my wife out of it. Yes, thank you very much.
Myself and Patrick parted ways 3 years ago this month.
Yeah. Hello and welcome back to the Penthouse Suite to Taxi Talk. Thank you for following us, and it's great to have you back on board with us for this week's episode. I'm joined this week by my colleague Ashley Butcher.
Hello there, hope you're well.
And new to Taxi Talk from Emerald Logic, we have Adam.
Hi there, welcome.
Thanks, Adam, for joining us. It's great to see you here. And for reasons known to myself, I've moved chairs this week. We suddenly noticed when we watched some of these episodes back that when I sit where Ashley's sitting, I look very small. So just to highlight this, here's last week's episode where I was with Julian Barnes. Here's a quick look at how small I look.
Listen, we all do in the taxi industry.
Yeah,
As an operator, when it used to rain and hard, then
yeah.
we knew those taxi journeys were coming in. So, yeah.
So here I am. I'm in the big chair, wearing big pants, ready to talk to Adam. And Ashley,
Yes.
you look a wee little version of yourself.
That's
there.
okay. It's a bit bigger. Okay.
There you go. Okay, so Adam, we've known each other in the industry and for transparency for what, 10 years now?
Probably, yeah, getting on for 10 years now.
Yeah. So Adam has obviously been helping the industry with different services. I think we first crossed paths when you were selling Romanian drivers.
Yeah, Romanian
literally
drivers.
Human trafficking there.
I think we'll gloss over that one. I don't think it was human trafficking, but
Yeah,
you certainly got your wife out of it, didn't you, Dave?
Yeah, I did get my wife out of it. Yes, thank you very much. It's your fault. But no.
I don't say you say this and the dealer's not present.
Yeah, but, so talk us back, because actually it helped us grow in Leicester immensely with the Romanian drivers who were superb, by the way, and there'll be some Romanian drivers watching this.
Saved us.
It was before they could come to the UK self-employed at that point.
Yep.
And so you literally sourced them, trained them out in Romania.
And then brought them over, put them through the Wolverhampton licence.
Of course, famous Wolverhampton.
Yeah, famous Wolverhampton
Yes,
licence.
yeah.
And they, I think now Wolverhampton Romanian drivers are synonymous in every region of the UK.
Yeah, it's your fault, because actually you and Patrick Nolan, I remember, because you'd worked together in the past, hadn't you? I think at Diamond Taxis or something. Where you met?
No, I actually met Patrick when I was doing my undergraduate degree, and he was working for a private hire operator in Shrewsbury.
Shrewsbury, yeah, or Shrewsbury, Shrewsbury or Shrewsbury. Yeah,
Whichever
tomato.
Yeah.
So
Strawberries.
So you met him offering these services. So we did Romanian, which we built the relationship, and then you introduced us to Wolverhampton. Now, at the time, Wolverhampton Council, I think you guys, through Patrick's connections, had a great setup with the council there. We were just beginning to, and 2015, I think the law on subcontracting changed. So you introduced us to Wolverhampton and got us a license, which then grew us immensely in Leicester, because our council at that point was taking up to 6 months and Wolverhampton, of course, were doing it.
Wolverhampton built it from the point of view of they would license drivers in a reasonable amount of time. That's
Good.
Not to say
good business sense.
yeah,
though.
rather than waiting the 6 months or longer that it was taking in other areas.
Yeah.
And it just it blew up.
It did, mushroomed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Most operators now have a Wolverhampton licence, I believe. So.
Yeah. Is that Wolverhampton on the phone?
No. Big brother.
So Wolverhampton. So you were going around operators, because I remember yourself and Patrick. You got us helped us get the license, did the introductions, helped set us an office. I think at Jim Shaw's place, which an operator in Wolverhampton. So I think we charged a nominal fee, £100 a month, to have a setup there.
Yep.
And then it grew from there. And of course, then across the country, all of a sudden, these Wolverhampton just spread out, mushroomed out.
We were just, going back to what you were saying, the reason why we did this was because we couldn't get the UK, any drivers to come through quick enough. We could get the business, we could get the vehicles, we could get everything else except the drivers. Hence, that's why we use the facility of Adam and his company, and it was the best thing that ever happened to us. It really, really was.
Yeah, and I met my wife.
You did, yeah.
Not through Romania, so yeah. So that's the foundation to our relationship, marriage and expansion of business. So all good things. And so then what happened? Where did your journey then take you to after that?
So the journey took us to, obviously, we all know about Uber entering the marketplace and how they had structured their business by the driver relationship being predominantly with an offshore entity, and we looked at utilising Ireland, predominantly because of Patrick's connections with Ireland, being an Irish national, and found that we could replicate that model. In Ireland, we didn't obviously we don't have the language barrier, so that was a great reason.
It's a cool place to visit as well. The Guinness,
it's an expensive place to visit.
Yeah, it is now.
iCabby being based there as well.
So that was the start of the journey, was replicating what Uber had put in place, moving the predominant relationship from between the operator and the driver to an Irish business and the driver. And then it has grown into being a complete back office service that's provided from Ireland. So it's payment to the drivers, it's the driver queries, it's the handling of their credit sheets, literally to try and allow you as the operator to get on with doing what that you do best, is being an operator, getting the bookings in, getting the account working.
So in the UK, we can concentrate on those relationships with the driver, recruitment, retention, getting the business in. And then you in Ireland can deal with, sort of like, as you say, the admin side of it, the driver payments, the invoicing, the contracts with the drivers.
With the drivers, yeah. So the drivers are paying the Irish business for their access to the dispatch. Dispatch is all paid for, along with a lot of the other
in Ireland.
In Ireland, a lot of the other technology services, they're all provided directly.
Does
from
it matter
Ireland.
what system you use? Because obviously iCabby based in Ireland, but obviously you've got Cab9, Cordic, AutoCab, and others are available.
It's because the DMS is provided as a third party cost to whoever wants to interact with it. DMS, Dispatch Management Services. Sorry, so they're provided to third parties. So instead of the operator having the direct relationship, the Irish company has the direct relationship with those companies: Cab9, Cordic, iCabby, AutoCab.
Don't forget Cab Treasure.
Whoever else.
Yeah. So that's based in Ireland.
Sorry, can I just? How have you found the feedback from company owners from what you're doing to help them grow?
The feedback has been great. They realise that we're actually taking some of the headache from their day-to-day lives. Yes, you're still going to have the driver that wants to turn up at the office and speak to somebody. We're never going to change the nature of that relationship.
So but you're taking the headache away from that. People are we've all been there. Trying to do everything, but you can only do so much. So you guys can take that away and grow that to make it the best that it can do, whilst taking the hassles away.
So the relationship between Ireland and the UK. So the UK becomes more like an agent to the Irish business in terms of the driver management.
Absolutely, it's absolutely an agent. We know that operators are used to acting as agents. It's the way the model has been for.
We are agents. I know there's been much debate in court cases of the difference between principal and agent. We won't bore you with that, but it's all there on Google if you want to do your own research.
T's and C's apply.
Yeah, and so back to Ireland then. So you have the relationship with the driver, the contracts, the system, and everything else. Because there is a misconception that a lot of people are operating Irish businesses and it's just the postcode and there's nothing really going on there. But I know from experience a lot of decision making, there's regular board meetings from the UK staff going over there to...
There's absolutely people in the office on a day-to-day basis actually doing work for operators or for the drivers.
Because there's some major players over in Ireland, isn't there? Some big players work over there.
There's big players over there. They've made the decision to structure their business in such a way that it's more advantageous for them.
It's more attractive in to be part of the EU as well.
Yeah.
You know, there's other benefits of being part of that, different ways of doing things, etc.
Because people always think, what you get
is, oh, it's the scheme, it's the Irish thing, it's the I've heard it called double Dutch. There's lots of different, and it is not a scheme. It's nothing of that. These are two businesses that choose to enter into a business relationship for the benefit of both.
Well, it's no different. You see, calls centres. We had Ray on a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we as Take Me outsource our marketing, our call centres, to an office in Islamabad where we have 160 staff working for Take Me. The reason being that it's because we've got a larger pool of people. It's also in some areas a lot cheaper for us to operate, you know, especially with the tax burden we have now in the UK, that we're having to make savings by moving overseas. And technology makes that so much easier. And to a degree, we do get better service, especially on the call centre, because there's a larger talent pool. But we still respect the UK people, so we still have dispatchers based in the UK. So it's no difference to that. So the driver admin work is purely outsourced to our sites in Ireland. So that's how you started with Patrick. Now, since then, there was a bit of, you know, a very famous marriage breakup between you and Patrick.
Yeah, myself and Patrick parted ways 3 years ago this month.
Welcome back to Taxi Talk. Given up. Anyway, we've got a great new competition. If all you have to do is like or subscribe, because it really is important to us to get the subscriptions up. So please do subscribe. And if you do, on December the 1st, just before Christmas, we will be giving away 20, 40, 60, 80, 100.
And above.
200. You're not meant to speak, Steve. It's 200. 300. We're giving away £20. Okay? £320. So please like, subscribe, and this money here on this desk plus this cigarette will be winging its way to you for Christmas and a Snickers bar.
I think it was just.
Was it really 3 years ago?
Wow.
I remember, because the problem is for us as operators, we like Patrick. He's a salesman, and we liked Adam because Adam basically Patrick was the front man, and yourself and some of your team were the workers. So if we needed any advice, we'd come to Adam, but obviously Patrick was there to bring on new business. So you had that split, which was difficult for you. It was difficult for us as operators. We had to choose which one of the two people who we trusted, you know, to go with. And
salesman.
And obviously we went with Adam because Adam, we had a stronger working relationship, and the girls liked him because they just saw Patrick as the salesman and you as the actual doer. So that split happened.
Yep, that happened, and we made a decision to start again. So that is literally what we did. Obviously, we were very lucky, and as you said, some of the clients made the decision to come with us, and that's what got us started. And it's just grown from there. We've continued to evolve and change as the landscape's changing.
Yeah, because it's changing all the time.
Well, it's changing massively even now.
And you've got to keep on top of it. That's the thing.
Yeah, and of course we've got the team in Ireland who they are so compliance focused. The amount of times they call me up and say we've got to change this now, just because something has changed.
So it's all legal and above board. You're always on it.
We're always on it to make sure. We've got to. We're talking about two different jurisdictions.
Yes.
So we've got to make sure that we're compliant in both. We can't make a change in one that is against the law. Or
has there been a difference since the Brexit, between laws and regulations, or was there?
Not really. There's still a very because of the relationship that the UK has always had with Ireland. A lot of the understanding and the way that Ireland and the UK work together has grown up predating Europe. So so a lot of the stuff didn't change. Not to say that Brexit hasn't changed things, obviously it massively has, but it was a lot easier using Ireland as an offshore base than elsewhere in Europe.
Yeah. So you mentioned you originally went there to replicate what Uber do in terms of the driver relationships. So Uber obviously have had lots of cases that the drivers now have workers status.
Yeah.
Private hire industry probably doesn't at the moment.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the two models there?
The difference, ultimately, Uber's problem was the way that their UK entity interacted with their drivers. So it came down to their supervision, direction and control, which we've heard
numerous times,
and it was the way that the drivers were treated by Uber that ultimately led to the changes. And we've had some of those challenges with operators that we work with. You know, the language used, the way that UK staff, UK operating staff interact with them. We've had those problems. We've had to overcome them. It's not something that's going to go away. It's always there. Drivers predominantly want to be self-employed.
Yeah.
But if you treat them in such a way that you create that relationship,
if you're bossing them around and treating them like an employer, naturally they're going to want the benefits of employment.
They're going to want those benefits. Whereas 9 times out of 10, they want the benefits of being able to do.
And the way,
what they
obviously,
want.
There's been much hoo-ha about Bolt and especially Uber having to charge VAT now. And there's recently been a case with Sefton where people like James Bradley, Vizu, and I forget the name of the other company there, fought Uber in court about this principal agency thing. Obviously, they won that case after going through the appeal process. Why do private hire companies not have to charge VAT, and why does Uber have to charge VAT, in your opinion?
In my opinion, Uber were held to have that employment relationship with the driver. As soon as that becomes the case, Uber is a tax registered entity, as is any other business that meets the threshold.
Yeah.
As such, the driver is no longer in business for himself.
Sorry, was that the HMRC?
Wolverhampton this time.
Yeah.
Funnily enough.
Sorry, you were saying, Adam.
So the driver is not in business for himself. So Uber is essentially making the charge for the services of the driver that they employ. As a registered entity, they have to charge tax on that.
Yeah.
Traditional private hire firms, the drivers are self-employed. Then obviously most of the drivers aren't registered. I'm not saying that there probably is drivers out there that are, but I would say the majority aren't. As a operator acting as the driver's agent, you're passing on the fare charge of the driver.
Yeah.
You don't have to charge the VAT on it. That's
how
it works. Yeah.
So I mean, the other issue is now as well. Obviously, we've gone digital, and we have to report driver earnings. There's been some confusion with operators this year in January. Do we report the earnings? I know we had Gary Jacobs on here a few months ago, and the HMR hadn't really set out their camp really.
And I think we're no further on.
No.
There's no
So come January, do we have to report driver earnings? We've told our drivers we don't, because we've not officially been told.
No. And at the
Whereas Uber do have to report their earnings.
And at the moment, we still don't know.
No, still up in the
So,
air.
so at the moment, it's a bit.
Who
knows? But hopefully by January, we're now sat here September, October time. It will be resolved by then, but
and whichever way it goes, it will be what it will be.
And,
now, obviously, we've got a great government at the moment who's looking after the people very well and the economy very well. Now, there's a budget coming up a few weeks after this podcast. There's many talk about Rachel Reeves altering the VAT threshold, i.e. for the self-employed, there's a threshold which you can earn without having to put VAT on.
And having other properties as well.
Yeah. If that comes down to zero, so there's no VAT, so VAT has to apply to all your services. That would mean every driver has to be VAT registered. How does that affect the business in Ireland? And how would that affect the trade? And can you see that happening? In your opinion, I've got to say his opinion, because it's not proper advice. Please do not take this as tax advice or anything. It's just our opinion.
It wouldn't change the relationship of Ireland because of the driver being a UK entity and the Irish company being an Irish entity. that wouldn't change.
So that remains the same.
Yep.
From the point of view of the driver having to charge VAT, unfortunately, 20% is going to go on
The fare.
the fare, and that either comes out of the driver's margin or it gets added to the price.
So from an operator's point of view, because in many of these fares we make zero because we're charging the driver a management fee from Ireland, it would have to come from the driver's pocket, wouldn't it? Or we put the 20% on the fare, which all of a sudden makes taxi fares 20% more expensive across the board. So whether consumers would take that is a balance we have to work out.
Is it likely to happen? Don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
But if it does, again, it's probably likely going to harm the poorest in our society.
Yeah.
As always, the people that need the service the most. Just very quickly, we're going to move on to the lost property box and your true or false story. But you're now Emerald Logic.
Yep.
So this is your moment to shine. We've obviously got many drivers watching this and operators. Why should an operator come to Emerald Logic?
It will take away the headache that you have of managing the driver payments. It will simplify your business, allowing you to concentrate on exactly what you want to do, which is grow your business, and it will allow us to help you on that journey.
And you're absolutely right. It helps. I mean, we know ourselves. It helps us concentrate on getting business in for the drivers
On growing.
and for the drivers as well, which are also revenue. You've got business work coming in, which is revenue, and drivers, which is revenue. So it helps us concentrate on recruitment and retention and those. So that's brilliant, Adam. Adam, I could talk to you for ages about all these. He's so knowledgeable. He looks meek and mild and quiet, but this guy, I tell you, 100%, I've known him for over 10 years.
He's like a robot.
He's in the same category as David Lowry, Gary Jacobs. Probably not as prominent as those guys because he likes to hide behind the curtain, but here he is, no longer. We've got him here, so it's his chance to shine. Adam, just behind you is our lost property box. If you take something home for the wife or for your colleagues, so Christmas is coming up as well.
So
See what you got in there. If you find anything that is kind of long and buzzing, that's Ashley's. He has lost it. But,
oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Just give it a wipe.
Yeah. And quacking.
This is rather
sinister.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Wow. Ooh, it's Stephen King's It.
Yeah. Put it in your pocket then. Take that.
go on.
That is going to scare the shit out of you when you forget about it.
The wife's going to love that.
It's in your
What
bed.
do you do with a doll in your pocket?
Yeah, it's a voodoo doll. Right. So now, for those that are not familiar with this podcast, we're going to play True or False.
Oh.
Adam here will tell us the story, and then Ash and myself and the wider crew here will have to guess whether he's telling the truth. So is it true or false? Hi, and welcome to Taxi Talk. We've got some very exciting news. Hold on just a minute. Let's do that and they'll change it. We've got some very exciting news. Yes, we've got a brand new website, www.taxi-talk.co.uk. That's www.taxi-talk.co.uk. And on that website, you can see all the episodes plus some exclusive behind the scenes footage. Yeah, it's really exciting. Plus, you can contact us. So if you'd like to be a guest on this humble little podcast, then go to the website www.taxi-talk.co.uk and get in touch. Thank you. Now back to the main feature.
In Dublin Airport, there are honesty boxes for water.
I know.
We know.
We've thrown plenty over each other.
Yes. How many times has Ashley actually thrown the water over the balcony at unsuspecting passengers that he wasn't with?
Oh.
So what you're saying is the honesty box is where you get the water, because
Yes.
I think it's €2, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you're saying that Ashley would then go to the top balcony and pour the water over.
Squirt it over
Ashley
somebody.
would Ashley do that? Would he?
That's absolutely true.
Yeah. So So you've actually witnessed him doing this?
Yeah.
On more than one occasion.
And I had to tell a gentleman to move to the side once when you were in a queue because I was going to get you and got you. And he was like, whoa.
Well, you've kind of just given it away. So I think it's true. Actually, do you think it's true?
I think it's false.
Right, I'm just going to load my camera up now and let's have a look. So we've got our social media team. They've got Nate. Nate, is that true?
I'm going to have to stay true, I think. True.
Why?
It's just a long shot. It's a long shot.
Okay.
I watched some Sherlock Holmes last night and it's just put me in that mood.
Yeah, Jake, what do you think?
True.
Phil?
I've seen Ash do far worse. That's soft, yes.
Sam?
It's got to be true, knowing Ash.
Yeah. We got anyone else hiding there? No, I think that's it. Deadpool? No. And Spider-Man pretty silent. They aren't very talkative, are they? So, so put this out, is that true or false? Would actually throw water over somebody at the airport. I think I've got some pictures of that I can give to the crew, but
Of course, it's absolutely true. Actually, you know far too well.
Sorry, are you dry yet?
I'm still a bit wet, but I'm always wet when I'm next to you. That sounded so wrong. Anyway, Adam, you've been a fantastic guest. Thank you for watching. It's our final studio-based episode next week where we've got Colin Carter on and his true or false story is amazing. Involves golf and a celebrity and all things insurance. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go to the new website www.taxi-talk.co.uk where you can see some exclusive footage of this interview, and you can also, if you want to be a guest or want to comment, then you can get in touch with us directly here at Hologram Media. Thank you to the guys at Hologram for hosting us, and see us all next week for our final studio-based episode of this series. And here's the highlights coming up now.
Adam, thank you very much indeed. Guys,
Why won't he shut the fuck up then? I've just queued out. Love him. I'm going to throw some water over him. See you later, guys.
take care.
See, some would say insurance is a boring subject.
Don't eat too many sweets, kids, okay?
How you guys can get the best deal possible.
A lot of insurers nowadays are looking to do a lot more data enrichment.
Obviously now a lot of drivers are multi-apping. Taxi insurance is some of the most expensive vehicle insurance in the UK, isn't it? Is there a type of car that is better to insure?
Vehicles do make a difference.
Oh.
Wow, you're lucky. You've got a waving pussy.
Oh, yes. Steady now.